Hi, I'm Trevi.
And I'm Kate.
And welcome back to our podcast called
6 Feet
Above. Oh, wait, they hate it.
Oh, I'm never talking again. Did you see that other comment that was like, Kate's way too loud in the mic? And I'm like, all right.
Okay, but that's the
Should
only...
I leave?
No,
I'm not even
stay.
kidding.
If you could clone yourself, I'd pay for you too. I want 2 of you on that couch.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said.
Oh, man, we were gone for a second.
For like so long, and we have not talked in a millennium.
I know.
And you, well, first of all, we were talking before this that you are better than everyone, and so am I.
Right.
We are elite, but tell the nugget of knowledge that you just bestowed upon me.
Wait, what do you mean?
About how we can't take anything seriously.
Oh, yeah, no, so... I mean, I guess jumping into it, I was like in the beach on Hawaii. We'll get into that lore. I took hot pics. I posted said hot pics. And then someone who I haven't spoken to, who like a situationship, I think I've probably talked about him. We've talked about literally everyone.
I can't remember.
And
honestly.
their mother and their father's loads. Like everyone. like actually everyone. Anyway, so someone who like genuinely dogged me down, who like I've low-key been like waiting to hear from, because, you know, say it with me, they always come back. Yeah. But he liked my photo, and I was like spiraling, and I looked at Tana, and I'm like, oh my God, like, what does this mean? Like, is this a clue? Like, and she's like, you need to think of the way that men think of social media. Like, they're just like sitting there, like just scrolling, like double tapping what they can. And it's like not that deep. Like, nothing's that deep. Like, another woman when they're married is not that deep to some.
I love that about men, but I will say that like I agree with that advice, but I'm looking at it's like different when it's like you, because like I was saying before, I was like, you are elite, and like
same to you.
You well, of course. And why am I speaking like I'm an HR? But I was just like, no, I think he realized that he fucked up, but you should never respond.
That's what the goal was with like most anytime I click post.
Yeah.
On any hell never anything. Is that I want someone who's dogged me, and sometimes I'll stay following because I want them to see, you know, the thrivification.
Yeah, you ghost tag.
Yeah. I want to start ghost tagging all my ex situations.
I've considered, but I was like,
actually
crazy.
So many times, like on a fun brand deal, I'm like, yeah, I'll just ghost tag them.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but I want like I just imagining scrolling and going like you know, like the meme of like the jaw from the
like unhinging.
No, but what's the Jim Carrey movie? Is it The Mask, where it's like the jaw? Like,
oh yes.
Like I'm imagining that is what he did, and then his other hand was like trying to stop his other hand from double tapping, and he couldn't.
Yeah, and then his other hand was like trying not to jack off.
And then I was about to say his other hand. Yeah.
It's like, God, the plight of being a woman, you know?
Yeah. Guys, if you are watching this on YouTube and you're driving or trying to fall asleep, head on over to the description. The audio version is right there, and we'd really appreciate it if you rated us on those audio platforms 5 stars. You would have no idea actually how much that helps our podcast on those audio platforms. It like algorithmically pushes us. So please leave a review and leave 5 stars on those audio platforms, because it helps us tremendously. We were gone for an entire week, and we sincerely apologize, but in my personal opinion, I needed it. I loved it.
I needed it. And I didn't want it, but I needed it.
I needed it so bad.
I didn't even know, yeah.
Yeah, like to like have the week off of just like not sending drafts or like not, and it's like people can argue that this is maybe like a not hard thing to do in the scope of like,
well, yeah, if it's like the only thing we had to do.
Exactly.
It would be so easy.
Exactly. Me and you do a plethora of things.
Yeah.
And like this is a very like this takes a lot of like mind power and a lot of like sometimes we'll like be scratching at the fucking wall for like ideas, and just like it felt so good to just like be away from home and just like not like just 1 week. Yeah. I feel so refreshed.
I know, me too. I'm like really ready for this year with you.
Okay, same. Because I'm taking no shit. Are you taking no shit?
Nary
a shit.
I'm like, I'm not doing what I did in 2024. Whatever the fuck that was. I mean,
we literally just talked about that. 2024 was your year.
I know. But like, I want to be perfect this year, you know?
I think you are. I think, you know,
Thank
even
you.
in 2023, you were perfect.
Well, debatable, but 2024 was my
It was like
spot.
it was like the you like got like
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
like
yeah.
stepping up at now 2025.
Right, we're here.
And it just seems like it's an odd number. But it's like like my OCD brain like sees like 2025 and I'm like, okay, we're going up. Like it helps me. Like 2024 is like a weird number.
Right. I like 5 because like 5, 5, 10.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I want to absolutely put every single pussy sweat fart shit tear.
You're coming to a mic with me in 2025.
I'm doing a mic with you 2025.
Okay.
Also going for support. Also doing anything you want.
Thank God.
I'm Kate's sub this year.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my.
I don't want to like say anything too soon, but Kate and I have been having conversations of really like bringing the Patreon back.
We need to.
I think if we it's gonna be a lot of extra work, but I think if the way that like we laid it out is if like we had one day out of the month where we came in and filmed like 2 or 3 like 30-45 minute Patreon episodes. Would you guys be upset if we had like if we started off with like 30 minuters on the Patreon? Like we really want to like make sure we don't want to like actually kill each other or skin each other alive. So
no, I think that could work if we just did our usual. We just cut down the other episode because I have so much I want to tell you guys.
So and it's like I don't want that, but like without a paywall.
No, literally.
I hate to interrupt you in the middle of this episode, but if you can like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. I know it sounds like a lot, but it takes 2 seconds. It would help our channel tremendously on YouTube. It would push our channel out to more like-minded people like you. So please help us with that. And back to the episode. Where do you want to start?
Okay, let's talk about our New Year's. Because
hell never.
No, literally. Well, you have new lingo. How was Hawaii?
Hawaii was great. Okay. Hawaii was so fabulous. It was so good. So we were staying at a pretty like, I would say secluded part of Oahu. So there's like, Oahu has like Honolulu and Waikiki, which is like the tour. It's like the very gentrified version of Hawaii. There's a fucking cheesecake factory. Like there's Gucci stores. There's like PF like it's the Grove on a rock.
Good God.
Yeah, and it's like some people really like that and like the shopping's great and it's great for tourists, but it's like I needed to disconnect. So we went to the North Shore, which is about an hour and a half away from like over there.
Okay.
And there was absolutely nothing to do but eat, swim, rot on the beach, and like sand. Like that's it. And I thought I would hate it because I'm a city girl through and through.
Yeah,
I am a city girl, and it really tested my ability to like embrace nature and like embrace sunsets. And that makes me sound so like an inhumane that like that's like a challenge for me. But I mean, in
today's day and age, it's a challenge for everyone.
Yeah, so it's just I really thought I was gonna get like bored, and like by the time it was done, like I was going home and I was like, I really wish I was like still here for like another couple of days.
Okay, tranquil.
Yeah, it was very tranquil. Like something healed in me when I was there. Something in me definitely healed there. Like do you just walk in the sand barefoot?
Absolutely, and it's hot. It's hot on your toes.
I'm like, why am I getting exfoliated?
Right.
Got so many steps in.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Nice.
There's something with like the beach and like the magnetic field of like the earth, and like our bodies are like like natural conductors of like electricity. So if you're like walking barefoot on the sand, it like helps your like because like rubber, you know how rubber's like stops electricity.
Yeah.
So they say it's like really good to like walk barefoot on the beach. So because it like, connects your body with the earth. Hey.
Okay.
I just
good.
I
God.
Know. This
she
is
came back a genius. Gee.
This is a self-help podcast now, but no, it was really good.
What more can you ask for?
What more can you quite literally ever ask for? You were...
That's a ball. I just like was around a bonfire. Came home. New Year's was just like, I was going to stay in bed, but I was like, you know what? You can't. Like, you got to like leave your house. So I went to a bonfire, ripped 2 cigarettes, and they were the last cigs of 2024.
Okay.
Meaning no cigs in 2025.
Wow.
And I already like tested that theory because I went to a place that I always smoke a cigarette at. An AA meeting. And I didn't do it. Didn't do it. And so I'm like, oh, and I'm not craving it at all. So
good.
Something that really helps is take a shot.
Oh.
of apple cider vinegar.
Oh, okay.
And it like makes you not want a cigarette. I can't explain it, but not that I was like smoking a lot of cigs, but I smoked a cig once a month, and we're just not doing that in 2025.
Yeah.
What's the point?
I'm getting there. I had a very long conversation with Tana. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's flavored air. And it's not making us genuinely happy.
Yeah.
It's not changing my life for the better.
That's what always got me.
It is very difficult, the nicotine aspect, because it's like, it's become a clutch of sobriety for me.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, well, yeah, I was like, I felt entitled in a way because I was like, well, I can't do drugs or drink. Like, let me have this one thing.
I say that all the time.
Yeah.
Especially when, like, have you ever had, like, I more so do because I walk around with, like, a plastic pink fucking, like, vape. Like, it's, like, if you smoke a cigarette, I feel like it's less tacky. Some guys have said to me, they're like, why do you vape? And I'm
No, it's, like, embarrassing
It's, like, embarrassing. And then I explained to them, like, well, if I can't do ketamine and blackouts, like, let me have my one thing. Mm-hmm. And it's, like, grow up.
It is. It's I like quit around 2-3 years of sobriety, and like it just once you quit, you elevate. As she vapes.
What we're talking about, it's making me anxious.
No, it's when I tell you it was the hardest thing ever to quit, but when I tell you my life drastically improved. Everything. Really? I'm like the skin was dewy, like I was, dry in all areas of my body, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Everything's just better. Like you have more motivation, you're less depressed, less anxious. Like it is the best at the beginning. Horrible.
Really?
Of course. It's
yeah.
Addictive.
I quit momentarily for my boob job.
And how was that?
That was fine. But I still, so like the way I quit is that I found like 0% nicotine vapes. Because one of the harder parts, like 50% of it for me is the hand to mouth.
Totally.
So it's the hand to mouth. So if I can't get a 0 nic, I'm gonna be sucking everyone's dick.
Right.
And I don't want to be doing that. So
lollipops.
Girl, I'm gonna look like I am like my OF is free this month.
Well,
like maybe it should be.
Yeah, honestly.
No, hypothetical OF that doesn't exist that probably should.
Love.
Oh yeah, so I stopped that, and then it's like the first, like, what is it, like the first 4 days are pretty excruciating. The night sweats, the everything. But I mean, once it was done, like I just still continued to, and I obviously wasn't hitting it as much as I do my normal vape, but I feel like that would be the way that I would quit now, and then I'd have to like just slowly introduce myself, like leaving the 0% at home, or like I know there's like mints and shit, but it's like I said, 50% of it is the
right. I mean, yeah. And I also noticed how much of a crutch it was for me in social situations. Like, if I felt awkward, I'd just, like, be in a corner vaping.
Totally.
So I became less awkward without the vape. Yeah.
'Cause sometimes I just, like, my hands are
Well, you're not awkward, so you don't have that problem. But
I am sometimes. You know that. Don't lie to me.
We're all awkward in our own way, but all I know to be true is you'll quit when you're ready. And I'll be there for you.
I'm hell never ready.
Okay, don't do it.
I'm experiencing, like, I thought I was gonna like yes, I got healed, quote unquote, from like going on this trip. Like it was amazing, and I got the sun, the vitamin D, and everything. But nobody wants to talk about like post vacation depression.
Oh my God, it's me after Greece. Hey, will I ever get over it? I am. Anyways, yeah.
I'm
it's
like
horrible.
Because we were both kind of like wiggly when we were ending the last episode. We were like kind of going through it, and then I got better, and then like Christmas happened. I spent time with family. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah. We had our break. I'm like, fuck, I'm in Hawaii. Past 2 days, I've been like sleeping in, like just like Eeyore.
Yeah.
Eeyore's back,
you're
bitch.
On your Eeyore shit.
Eeyore's back, bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's tough to adjust, especially when you like come back here and you're like, oh, damn it. But then, get in the groove, and then we're going to be selling out stadiums. So
yeah, bonfire, beach, whatever it is, we're all on the same clock now. It's 2025. But we got to reflect. Am I doing good?
You're
Thank God.
It.
Like a mirror.
Like in a mirror.
That's a great song. So I want to look back on 2024. Well, it was your year, first of all.
It was your year too.
It was our year. We had a great year. I honestly think it was the first year in a very long time where I was like, I think that it was like semi-normal. Sue me. Like since like COVID, I felt like it was like the first year that it was like things are like moving.
Like with our lives?
Yeah, just because 2023 was like the first like real quote unquote year we had back from like COVID, I feel like. And then 2024 was like, okay, we're here now.
Yeah, I think it's like COVID kind of messed everything up forever, but like in a beautiful way.
Forever.
Not a beautiful way at all. I don't know why I just said
hell
that.
never.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So
yeah.
Maybe we should. Do you want to do our like best moment of 2024?
Yes.
And maybe our lowest or worst.
Whew. Yeah. Vulnerable. Should we do lowest or highest first?
Well, I say we start with lowest so we can end on a high note.
So down. Do you have the low?
Always, every day.
Okay, hit it.
As the smoke's coming out. I just feel like 2024 for me was a vital year for me physically. I feel like I like found a sense of like style, you know, with clothing, with the way I present myself, with many things in my transition. I mean, like my boobs dropped. I know that sounds so like superficial to some, but like that's a part of my transition. Yeah. And it's like things felt really settled and I felt very comfortable in my skin for the first time in probably what feels like forever, to be completely honest. But that came with a price. And like, I feel like this year, I mean, obviously for any listener listening knows that like I have my struggle with like the male species, and I think this year was like the year where I really questioned my worth as like a human being, and like physically, like as I was the most comfortable in my skin this year, I equally was as insecure. I equally was comparing myself to so many other girls. And it's like, and this sounds like being like degrading to say, but it's like, I can't be comparing myself to cis women. I can't be comparing myself to other trans women. Like, yes, everybody is different, but I can't change my height. I can't change my. I mean, I can if I go to Turkey and I have a buck to spend. Hello.
We're the same.
But I think that like when it comes down to it, like I really got knocked down by a lot of men, and like when there was moments where I should have like had my head held high and like should have maybe like known my worth, like I got knocked down multiple times and like cried a lot, and like that's a huge thing, I guess, because you know I never fucking cry.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of moments where like I feel like a lot of things in my life were centered around like pleasing them. And that can even that can mean so many different things. That could be something that I post, that can be me going out. But 2025 is like, for me, it's like I cannot feel as insecure, and I cannot feel that way again, and I cannot let a fucking man or another person in general define my self-worth.
Totally.
I think I reached low points there.
That's so relatable. I mean, I feel like I definitely went through that too. Something that like really helped me that I heard recently when it comes to like men and like them dogging us is I feel like a lot of time we ruminate on like, oh my God, like why did they do that to me? And I heard obviously on TikTok this creator, and I don't remember their but they were like, it's not the why, it's the what. So it's like, what did they do? And then if they disrespected you, that's that. You don't have to ruminate on like why, or like, oh, well, maybe if I did this differently or that differently. It's like the why does not matter. It's the what, and that's that. Yeah. And then we're out. So.
And it's also just like the action in general. Like they'll say so many words.
And shut up. Do they mean anything? Like I mean, to piggyback on what you just said, good God, I know what you're thinking. She slays in the dating world. And I'll be honest, couldn't be further from the truth. I could, but I don't, because I have this thing now that I'm sober. Like, I cannot go on a date with a man unless I know for sure it's gonna be fun. Like, I hate when a man talks at me, and so if I can,
Sorry.
right? If I can be honest, I really only talked to one man this entire year, and then I talked to a man on like the last 2 days of 2024, and it was like easy to talk to this man because he doesn't live here. And I wasn't like, I knew, it probably wasn't going to be anything. But I ended it because I was like, what are we even doing here? And I don't want to say that I regret not ending it sooner, but I regret not ending it sooner because it's like, first of all, you have access to me. The fact that you're not locking it down, insane asylum. Insane asylum. Straight jacket.
I'm sorry, I have to interject.
No, please.
From my perspective, that troll should have absolutely taken the chance to see I know he did see it, but the selfishness and the greed could not level down. Like, he had to keep his up, and it's just
no, literally. And I'm like,
gave him so much grace.
I gave him so much grace because I was like, also, I was just like, this is like easy, like whatever. Like, I don't even like want a relationship. And then I didn't even give myself the chance to be like, because I'm so avoidant and I try to be a chill girl. I never gave myself the chance to be like, wait, do I want a relationship with this person? And am I just saying I don't because I know that's not what he wants? And I'm just like, and it's just like the bullshit of the entire year. Like, it's just like, I'm like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. He's like, whatever, on social media and like goes on podcasts, and it's like any podcast I see him, he's like, yeah, f- this bitch last night. God, can't stop drowning in pussy. And it's like, what the actual, and like, good God, his following should be against the law. How does it go up 30 every day? Like, that's insane.
Following.
No, yeah, like who he follows. I'm
30.
like, are you okay? Like, and that's not just for him. Like, any man, like, are you aware that your following is public? I'm genuinely wondering, how do you walk through life so shamelessly, just like following, like, it's just like, it's so embarrassing to like, and that's like part of it too. I was like, I couldn't even date you because it's so embarrassing. Like, what are you doing? Oh my God. Anyways. I will say, God. Woo! I will say, grateful for the memories, blah, blah, blah. I do like him as a person, but no, I do, but like, you're out of your mind for that one.
Fully.
Like, out of your mind. Yes. More, I regret this year not like looking inward, because like, we're not doing that avoidant shit in 2025. It's so stupid and played out. So if I want you, I'm gonna tell you.
I feel like we're all gonna die soon.
Right.
Anyway.
So like, honestly, you all, but I think that this is the year we date.
Well, I'm saying I think like no, I'm saying that I think that there's some dystopian things going on planet Earth right now. So it's like, tell them you like them.
Literally.
Like, be vulnerable. And this is more so less like for us. This is for like the men. Like, tell them you like them.
Tell your male friends that you like them.
Tell your male friends.
You're all gay as
No, tell your male friends that you trannies.
Okay.
No, because we have this conversation.
Yeah, stop. Like, enough with that.
I came to the conclusion it's not gonna be me or any other trans girl, period. And I'm speaking for myself. New watchers, she's not trans, okay? And I know you know that, but some people mistake. We made many jokes in the beginning of this podcast, and I fear it stuck, okay? Cis, tranny. Cis, tranny. But I'm saying that it's not going to be the trans girls that are going to make the difference. Like, I can't riot the streets and be like, stop the stigma of liking trans women. Like, it's going to be within their own circle, and that's the only way, and they got to all stop lying to each other and making jokes, and that's the only way. And especially, there is such an insane obsession with some of these men, and it is a secret that eats them alive. Yeah. And it must be miserable. It seriously must be miserable.
Sucks to be them.
It seriously must be miserable. So it's like 2025, I feel like we're all approaching like, I don't know, some weird shit that's happening, like tell the people you like them, whether it's taboo or there's a stigma or you're scared to or not.
Yeah.
Moral of the story.
And it's not the why, it's the what. What they did. Doesn't matter. You're perfect if you're listening. So
hell always.
Hell always.
I'm gonna get you to say that.
Yeah. Hell always, yes. Hey, I guess that's, I mean, there were some lows, but I think that's like a low that sticks out is just like the overall no avoidant.
Yeah.
Avoidancy. What's the high?
Ooh.
Oh.
No. Okay. Genuine high. Is that I got high and I didn't tell you. No, I'm kidding. I think genuine. It's like I want to say Gaga. Obviously, I want to say going to Joker and rekindling with Gaga. I think that's like the expected answer. I'm gonna give it an honorable mention to that. But I think when it comes to my life, it's gonna be. Don't know what it is. Hell, never. If you have yours, just say it.
I guess it's like I don't want to be obvious and cliche, but starting stand-up and doing my first like legitimate show was an insane experience, and I wore cheetah print, and it was just like,
fuck yeah, you did. It
was truly so scary and like one of the best experiences of my life. I mean, it was just like the best. I'm finding out new things about myself every day. Yeah, just like starting stand-up and doing a real show. That was insane. Oh my God, stop. Are you serious?
No, because it's like such a big deal.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm just like, I just love you.
Oh my God, I love you. You're so
and that
sweet.
must have been so scary. Okay. Cutting it.
Oh my gosh.
No, that must have been so scary. And like, it's just like a huge like risk and jump to take. And I know you've always wanted to do it. And since the day I met you, I told you you were the funniest person that I've ever met. And I just like I know how you had the courage to do it, but it's like, that is such a scary thing and such an oversaturated business. And you just like keep hitting the brick with the axe, like waiting to get to the other side. And it's like, I'm not dripping. I'm good, Brie. Yeah, I'm good. It was just like it was a coating. The Prozac won't let it fall. I'm taking the Prozac again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's so admirable. And I just want you to give yourself a pat on the back. Like, that's just like,
Thank you.
do it.
Oh.
Damn. I don't know how I'm going to top that. I would say doing my first, like, with a lot of creative freedom, major luxury makeup campaign, like with Mac.
Yes.
I think that was such a game changer for like my brand and like what I really want to like we get emails from like random brands and apps and games and like nutrition supplements all the time, but it's like when a like iconic brand like Mac reached out and was like, we want you for a year and you're gonna be flying to New York and you're gonna be doing on like these carpets and like we want to send you our products before they come out and like do shoots. Like I genuinely was like, this is why I got sober. Like this is
that's huge.
It was just such a moment for me. And
first of many.
First of many. I'm like, it's January, so it's done. But it was such a great experience, and I have nothing but amazing things to say about them. I think that it was just so unique, and I met so many amazing people who work in the beauty industry and so many amazing creators and artists at those events and just being out there. And I felt just really represented. I have like a little name tag when they like took me to the New York Stock Exchange, and they custom made like a New York Stock Exchange thing with my name on it, and it said like Global Mac Ambassador and my name, and I was like,
I know that's right.
I was like, and I have it like hanging up in my makeup room, and I'm like, every time I do my makeup I look at it and I'm like,
yeah,
you are not a blackout drunk idiot piece of shit. anymore.
You are literally that bitch.
So we did it. We crushed it.
Yay! And we did it sober.
We did it
right?
sober. Yes, we did. And honestly, like, that's the underlying tone of this all, is that, like, these are such scary things and such big achievements that, like, those dark versions of us would be so proud of us, actually, because I know that, like, those people wanted to do that, but they were so fucking scared.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Totally.
I was so scared.
Oh, I could have never.
Do
ever.
any of this shit.
Yeah, no.
Even just, like, I was always so scared of doing anything for my transition, anything real, like the knife, the hormones, the posting content. I was so self-conscious, and, like, it's just, it would have never happened if we weren't, like, these queened out versions of ourselves now.
I'm saying.
So fabulous segment. I'm so glad we ended up doing that.
I know.
That was, like, really great. Well, on that note,
literally,
I think we need to remove things, oi choice. Do you want to introduce what the segment is?
Absolutely. As you can tell, this has been a good year for us. And the good thing about us is that
See, it was good that we ended on the high note, though. Because imagine if we ended on a low note.
No, that'd be rough. That'd be rough. No, because we are high like our titties.
And
I will say that we need to get some things off these yitties. And this next segment is called Off Our Chest, right? Off my chest? Off
yes,
our
but
chest.
Side note, wouldn't that be iconic if we had, like, a lingerie brand to sponsor this segment?
We need. Wait,
like,
wouldn't that be crazy? Reach out.
Wait, if anyone who is, like, a marketing director or, like, knows anyone that works for, like, a bra company or, like, a lingerie company, and we, like, sponsor them before Off Our Chest, or, like, imagine pasties, like, oh my god. Wait, we're just putting it out in the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, if you work for any sort of, like, nightwear, what do they call that? Sleepwear?
Loungewear?
Like,
no.
Loungewear.
Loungewear? Okay.
Lingerie. Bras. Scams, reach out. Reach out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Kind of waiting.
So.
But this next segment is called Off Our Chest, where we remove something from our chest that we just need to, just, like, it can be good, it can be bad. It's just something that happened to us this week that we're like, I gotta say it. Can you start?
It can be an implant, and it could be that questionable freckle that's been there for 3 years.
And that's just the truth of it all.
But hell never removing either of those things today.
Absolutely no. Don't get the time.
Am I starting?
Yeah.
Okay. So this off my chest is a little confusing.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Kate experience this with you guys. So
scared.
I received an email inquiring about 6 Feet Above.
Oh.
And you know, typically when we get emails from brands or, you know, people reaching out wanting to be guests, I take them very, very seriously and, you know, consult with you. But this one had to wait until I was in front of you.
Wait, is it a guest trying to come on?
Yeah, but no, it's not. Don't. You're not gonna be gagged. It's not good.
It's not Megan Thee Stallion.
Good. No, it's not good.
What?
Yeah. I don't understand that. I genuinely, let me just preface this. I genuinely don't understand how your PR team can reach out to our podcast, genuinely say you are a fan, love our episodes, and say this. So the subject line is destigmatizing ketamine therapy.
Stop.
From blank here, and I think I think our guest would be a great fit for 6 Feet Above with Moran and Kate Lavrentios. Dr. Blank is helping destigmatize one of the most exciting current methods of mental health and emotional therapy. Ketamine has such specific connotations that it seems like such a terrifying option to some or a silly, absurd option to others. But ultimately, it's something that has genuinely helped so many people heal in ways that have never been expected. At her clinic, Blank, based in Blank, it's in LA, she helps clients work through their mental and emotional wellness in holistic ways.
Oh my God.
Let us know if we can help book her as a guest on the show. And as you're in the LA area, let us know if you both would like to come in and try ketamine therapy for yourself before explaining it to your audience.
How are you a fan?
Because I responded, I'm going Tuesday. When are you going?
No, my God. Can you imagine? Oh, isn't that how you started?
Yes.
That's how you started your addiction to ketamine. Even though it's like it does work for a lot of people.
It does work, and I will say, and I was actually talking to Tana about this. I do think if I never tried ketamine, I think I'd be a very different person. I think it did change my life. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
But for me personally, like we know, like active listeners, and hopefully most people on here know, that was a huge part of my addiction.
Right.
I genuinely am just like, how the would I ever sit here and be like, you guys,
right? You need to try this.
Yeah, I think it works though. I think it works for a lot of people.
It saved my friend's life, literally.
Yeah, I think, and I actually was speaking to, I don't want to out this person, but I was speaking to another sober person who said they tried to get sober for so many times before, just like me, and I didn't get sober till after I tried it. So maybe it played a role. Maybe I had to get addicted to it and see some wacky shit. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But basically,
it's not for you to know.
Exactly. She did her job, and there's no more for me.
Yeah. You're good on that. You're not
promoting
it. If
there's a ketameter in my brain, I reached it. I maxed it out. We're done for life.
Oh, yeah. You had your time. Wow, that's wild.
Yeah. So that's my off my chest. I really wanted to like consider that guest with you on our episode. So
and she's gonna be on the next episode, so don't worry.
So yeah, that's that.
Insane.
Yeah.
Did not expect that.
Hell never. Hell never.
Hell never. My off my chest, it happened to me yesterday, and I'll be honest, this day I've just been like kind of full of rage. And today, this entire day. Listen, I know I talk about it every week, the open mics.
Hello.
I know. But listen, for those that first time listeners, started stand-up and I'm going to open mics. Been going for about 6 months now, and I'm usually the only woman there. Most of the time, maybe there's like one other girl. And so I'm at one last night, just working through this new little bit, and I'm the only woman there, obviously. And it's just like a bro town. They're all just like, oh, like that's all I can hear them talk about. I'm just like in my corner. Yeah. Writing my little journal. And then, I do my set and I like talk about being tall or whatever. And then this guy comes up after me and he was like, Kate, yeah, you talked about being tall. And he was like, I usually only date tall women. And I was like, oh, slay. Like, sounds like you have good taste. And then he was like, but you know what? I date those bitches because I want to breed with them. I want NFL babies. And I was like, oh, God, here we go. And then he was like, I need to start doing unselfish dating. And because if I had it my way, I only want to 5'1" Latinas. And I was just like, and no one was laughing. And I was just like, oh my God, this is really happening. And then he, for 5 minutes straight, shitting on tall women. And he was like, and I was the only girl there and I'm blatantly 6 feet. And he was like, yeah, they're beasts and monsters. I only fuck them because I want like big kids. Like, oh my God, like, good God, like the last time I was fucking one, she like broke my back. And then like, and now that I think about it, I actually don't want to like marry a tall woman because if I have a big kid and she's a daughter, I don't want her to like break someone's dick while she's doing reverse cowgirl. I was like,
what the
dude? I was like, first of all, you thinking about your daughter fucking?
Yeah.
So cool, dude.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Amazing.
But it was 5 minutes straight of him just like shitting on tall women and how we're like beasts and monsters. And I was like looking around, hey, guess what? Nobody stuck up for me. Nobody said anything. Literally nobody. Like it was like dead silence. And then a guy comes up to me after and he goes, hey, don't listen to that man. He's stupid. And I was like, yeah, okay, I know. And then he was like, yeah, because like he's not thinking about his financial future. Like he needs to marry a tall woman. And I was like, oh, I think you're missing the point. I think you missed the part where he just like body shamed a tall woman for like 30 hours. And I was like, first of all, I'd love to see the tall ladies you're dating because they're obviously made up. Like, I don't think he's ever had sex like consensually in his life.
Ever.
And like, I'm just like, yo, I just like, it just is so the audacity. And I'm like, I know you can like make jokes about anything. It can be funny, but it's like, it didn't even make, he was just like literally shitting on tall women. And I'm just like sitting there and like all the guys are looking at me and I'm like, okay. And no one's saying anything. And I was just like, obviously they don't say anything because like men only care about other men's approval. Like they don't give a shit. And they're like all pussies in the worst way. And I hated it. And I've been mad all day about it. And then I went home and I told my roommates and they were like, fucking classic. They were like freaking out because they were like, this is so fucking classic. Like every man like sucks each other's dick in this community, and like they're just so misogynistic and like mean, and they're like, oh, sick, bro. And it's like, it was just shitty. Yeah. It was upsetting. Yeah. I haven't been body shamed for 5 minutes straight in a while. Like, I have not experienced that in a long time. So it was cool. Yeah. So that was shitty. And yeah.
You got through it.
These are rough.
Yeah.
But
stand up, am I right?
Yeah, stand up. Yeah, no, it's just been like literally making me mad all day. And then he followed me on Instagram after. He follows me on Instagram. I don't follow him back.
That's the man.
Yeah. I don't follow him back, and then he unfollows me like 20 minutes later. And I was like, go away. Like,
so you know who he is?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna ruin his life. Can't wait. Guys, his ad is on the screen.
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm sorry. Fuck.
It's okay. That was crazy. That was crazy.
What did like Harper and Gabby say?
Oh my God. Harper was like, oh yeah, tall woman. You mean a tall sock that he comes into? That fucking bitch. And I was like, yo.
And she goes,
oh. And then Gabby was just like, oh, these fucking idiots, bro. Like she was freaking out. I was like, yeah, they're so shitty. They're so shitty. But I just want to say, look in a mirror before you fix those lips to speak on other women's bodies. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, perhaps look at your reflection and really think, do I have the right to say this? Yeah. The answer's no.
Ever.
So
hell never.
So that's it.
Okay. So I get a text from Kate when I was in Hawaii, and she's like, what the f*** do I do? And I'm like, what do you mean? She like sends me a link of a TikTok of her. And I'm like, okay, what? And then I click on it, and then
it's the account's called like Kate Lab Only One or something. And it's a video of me, but they put like some AI shit over my mouth. So I'm like, they're having me say things that I've never said.
But your head was moving too.
My head was moving too with it, and my mouth is moving with it. And it's like, hey, Kate here. Like, I made this account so I can talk directly to my fans, and like link in the bio to my OnlyFans. I'm like, if people believe this, I don't know. It looks so fake, but I'm also like, how are you getting my mouth to move and say these words?
Move.
Hell move. So report that account if you could.
But it's like, it's so scary because that was probably just an iPhone app. Like,
no, literally.
The actual technology that is out there for like professionals, like have you seen the ones that like where like people's arms are moving just from like a photo, like up and down, talking?
It's crazy.
And it's like
so scary.
Don't you find it weird that like, because this didn't happen with like my identity, but we'll get into basically how my AI thing happened as well. But I think it's so weird how like this popped up after, what was it, last episode or the episode before, where we were talking about, I was like, do you think people can like take our identities from just us talking?
And they were like, oh, that's a great idea. Let me do it.
Right. I know. We put that idea out there. And we both looked at the camera and we go, I do not consent.
And I've seen these like AI videos of, they're like, do you want to kiss your crush? You just put a picture of your crush and it's your crush making out and it like low-key looks real. I'm like, I don't want someone to do that to me. That's terrifying. But yeah, so if Kate Lab One Only DMs you and says subscribe,
you do it.
Do it.
Yeah, no. Waste your money.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't even God only knows. But that's crazy. Yeah. I never in my life would I be like, made this account to, connect with my fans. Like, that is just, you clearly don't know what I talk.
You would be
like, because I can't talk. But
you'd be like, no, if that was a real video, you'd be like, I hate you for wanting to subscribe, but do it to pay my bills, you dweeb.
Right, like, know my brand. If you're gonna impersonate me, like, you need to be better.
Do it in Cheetah.
At this point, so
were you in Cheetah? Very well could have been.
Like, probably.
They're
taking all my video. Like, each day it's like a
Wait,
new
actually
video.
It's still going?
Yeah. Can't seem to stop it, so that's kind of cool when you think about it.
And we both reported it?
Yeah.
Hell never.
And I blocked them because they kept using my sounds.
What?
Guys, Kate Lab One Only is trying to like...
Everyone report.
Yeah, please. Oh my God.
That's crazy. Well, I don't know how to move forward from that.
I'm like,
but
yeah.
that does seem high. It is giving the fame. It's giving the fame. It's giving highly illegal. So for me, there's been like this account, and I'm 99% sure that it's an AI run account. So like it's not a human running the account. It's like basically it downloaded every single piece of content from my YouTube channel dating back 15 years. Okay, so me as a little child, every Apple Store video, everything. And I don't know if it's just the captions are AI generated or what, but like it's like videos that like don't even have that many views. So it's like it seems like they ripped my entire channel and have every single video, and they just like select like 20-second clips of like old videos that were never viral, that were never like any big, like there was like a PO box opening video where I was like opening up like gifts that people sent me that like I was from 14 years ago. Like it just, there's no relevance to my brand today. Yeah. And it was like uploading compilations of me in the Apple Store, and I noticed that it was like glitching, like when it got to my name, like on the screen, it was like, does anybody remember these Terry Moran videos?
Not Terry.
And it was like these like random emojis, and then it was just like random parts of my videos, and then they were like tanking. Like you could tell they was like very randomized. But then one of the videos, it like nailed the caption. It like found this like 20-second part of one of my very old YouTube videos that was like, once again, not a relevant moment. And it was me saying this.
I'm not dead from our little incident. Just a skit, so don't be all worried.
What was the caption?
The caption that they put on screen was, people started using this sound, by the way. So now the sound is like 200 people have used this sound.
Wow.
That, like, don't even. But it's like, I hope we blow this sound up now.
Yeah.
I
do too.
The caption, hashtag Turvy Moran.
Not Turvy.
But the caption on screen is me the next morning after blacking out.
Oh my God, that's good. Oh, they're getting too smart.
500,000 likes.
Wow.
3.5 million views, and their whole page is just a bunch of other YouTubers, and it's just random like misspelled captions. Like, anyway, AI struck gold on that one. But what really bothers me is that like I don't like they're probably making money.
I know, and did they even tag you?
Turvy, they tagged Turvy.
Right.
They tagged Turvy in one, they tagged Terry in another.
Like,
Treevy, like
you know her name, you're ripping off her YouTube channel, you weirdos.
Yeah.
At least tag her. God.
But it's so weird. It's
That's
like
so weird.
I forgot about these videos. Like,
right.
I didn't even know they were public.
It's so weird, that they can just like skim through all your videos and clip it up. It's like terrifying.
But it's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Terry Moranifying. Yeah.
Oh my
so,
God,
but AI is basically doing our jobs for us.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. So, like, truly so wild that they're just bamboozling us with AI. But what's even more crazy is I was bamboozled into a double date.
That sounds scary.
I was bamboozled into a double date with a man that my friend used to date.
And did you know that before going into that?
Absolutely. God. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This was when I was home in the East Coast. And this particular friend I have not seen in like so long. And we have mutual friends. And anyways. What?
It's an acquaintance.
She's an acquaintance. And my guy friend was like, yo, come to this like club. This guy's going to be here. He wants to meet you. And I'm thinking it's a club and I'm going to shake ass. I show up. Why is it at a dinner table? I'm sitting across from this man. I said, that's crazy. I'm really on a double date right now.
Hell never.
Hell never. Was I into it? No. I can't lie to you, I wasn't. Mostly because I was like, my acquaintance dated him, which like I know whatever, it doesn't really matter, but to me it like kind of does. I'm just like, I don't want that.
Yeah. So you were kind of into him, but you're like morals.
No, what's so messed up, and I hate to say it, but a man would say it, so I'm going to.
Gag it.
The table next to us, hottest guy I've ever seen. And I said, damn it!
That I hate when that happens.
I literally wanted to be like, oh, this is a joke.
That's
date.
my brother, by the way.
That's my brother. He was so hurt. And he was like tall, and you know I'm into that now.
which I love.
Yeah, we locked eyes.
Did
So
you?
I do think he wanted a finesse, but
Gotta wait till the East Coast, huh?
missed my chance. Yeah, got to go back to the East Coast for that. But it was an experience. He was very nice, just not.
The acquaintance ex.
Yeah, the acquaintance. I'm just like, that's too messy. Cause like I don't know if she's not over it, and then like.
Right, because if she's not over it, you look like the villain.
Right, and like all for what?
So you didn't? Did you end up like speaking after that, or is it just like?
Yeah, he like got my number. Don't know how.
Wait.
Fully gave it to him,
Oh.
but I was just like, yeah, here's my number. But he was like, would love to do that again sometime, and I was like, I gotta be honest, I don't want to do that ever again.
I wouldn't. I've never been on a double date. I tried being put on a double date this year, I would say a couple months ago, and it didn't feel right because I knew the person from like just FaceTiming, and like we were already planning on going on a date, but he was in town with his friend, and like he didn't, like they weren't like staying anywhere, they were just passing through LA. So he's like, oh, if you want to go to like dinner, like maybe you can grab a friend and we can go on like a double date. And I'm like, I'm not courting for your friend.
Right. No, that's like the man's job.
Well, but it's also like, you want me to go on my extended network to help your friend get some pussy.
Right. While you're like in town for a second.
You can wait until you can tell your friend to go do something else.
Right.
Take me to dinner.
You can't leave your friend's side.
You can, are y'all?
They are, and I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted to force them probably.
Yeah. They weren't gonna get it.
Hell never.
Hell never.
Yeah, but this year, I mean, it's like I mean, not this year, but last year it was just it was the fucking trenches with just like the factoring. What's the saying they say when you're eliminating power of checks and balances? Is that what it is? It was a lot of it was a process of elimination.
Right.
Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ in the sky. It was just very much the process of elimination.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, am I still eliminating? Hell yes.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna stop? Hell never.
Right.
That
part.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this year, 2025, I'm gonna try to unlearn what was like thrown in my face in 2024, which is that all men cheat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't want to think like that because like I don't think it's true. But we were talking about it. This is the year that
We cheat.
women cheat.
Yeah, we're gonna cheat this year.
Yeah. And like no like putting all the eggs in one basket.
Yeah. I think it's delusional to, in this day and age, to speak to one person and think that they are, unless you're looked at in the eyes, and it might not even be the truth if this conversation happens, but until I'm looked in the eyes and said, hey, I only want to see you and nobody else, legs open. Okay, well, hold on, that was intense. That was
Right.
intense. But I'm keeping options open because when I cut out the rest of the roster and I focus on one person and I don't make the cut, said roster looks at me like I'm a idiot.
I know. That's what I struggle so much with talking to more than one
It's
man. I can't.
Exhausting.
Well, I literally can't do it.
I can't do it either.
How do you find that many people you like? Especially in LA. Yeah.
Can't even find one.
Yeah. And that's
But
real.
It's like it's not that I want to like lead everyone else like with a string, but I think there's a helpful balance of not putting, like you said, your eggs in one basket and balancing your energy, obviously focusing on like whatever the priority is. And I don't think I would actually ever cheat ever.
No. And don't cheat.
And don't. We're just trying to be
yeah.
funny. But I think this is the year of like putting the delusionality in different places. Like I want to put my delusionalness, I might be making up words right now.
You're not.
Towards like career shit.
Yeah.
You know?
That's where we got to be delusional.
That's where the shit manifests.
Yes.
You are the devil until you prove me otherwise.
They got to prove us otherwise. That's the thing that's like men should like grow up in jail and then like have to like, you know, prove their way out, which is a little extreme, but yeah, we just need to, unfortunately, that's what I'm struggling with this year. Like I always have my guard up, but I'm not trying to have it too up where I'm so avoidant.
Prison guard.
So We're figuring it out.
We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
And do we say the same thing in each episode?
Maybe. Actually.
Maybe.
We're like, next
but will
time,
they get sick of it? Hell never.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually did it myself. I missed that meme.
I miss Julia Fox.
She's right there.
The way.
Oh, you met her.
We need her on this podcast.
I would do anything, hell anything.
Yeah.
Because right now I have shit nothing. I don't have Julia Fox on this couch with me. I have better.
So true.
So better.
So better.
Guys, if you have any guest recommendations, like we've said before, drop them in the comments below.
Yeesh.
You know, we read the comments, and if you say anything negative, no, we don't.
Yeah. Never saw it in my life.
Never seen it ever.
Never seen it.
Are you feeling questiony?
I'm so feeling questioning.
Okay.
I'm so glad you asked.
Guys, we're going to do the unnamed segment where we answer your questions / inquiries / darkest secrets sent into our Instagram at 6 feet above pod. Make sure you're following us so you know the next time we post for questions. Okay, this first person said, deepest secret? I used to write O2L fan fiction. Now I'm a non-binary lesbian. Okay, we need to talk about the like Trevi girl, O2L girl to like non-binary / lesbian.
You have the best fan base.
Pipeline.
No, literally.
It's so incredible.
Like no notes. Perfect.
No notes.
Yeah.
I run into people, like when I run into people, like I went to dinner with my mom and my, I guess I could say like stepdad. I've been dating for so long. But like we were eating dinner and then we like get sent this like huge dessert and it was very much this.
Love.
And she comes up and she's like, I didn't want to say anything when I was serving you, but I loved O2L and I love your videos. And I was like, I know that's right. And thank you for the donuts.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Because like when I would meet them back in the day, they were just like Hollister girls. Like,
right.
Like everyone was just figuring themselves out. Hell, I was a boy.
Hell.
We were all figuring ourselves out.
Right.
It's like we all, especially the ones that liked me, everyone's a tranny.
Everyone's a lesbian.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
Everyone is some sort of letter in the LGBT alphabet. And I'm here
isn't
for
that
it.
beautiful?
It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is I cut my friend off for doing moith and pheromones, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, drugs.
Should I feel bad? Yeah. No, you shouldn't.
Wait,
at
no,
all.
hell never.
Never. Like, that's very much makes sense.
Yeah. I think I've experienced people on moith.
Literally.
Yeah, and they become different people.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
It really is.
Yeah. Like when I see people relapse on moith, I'm like, it really just sucks the life out of you. It's wild.
I like just the sex psychosis, like nonsense. Like it becomes a whole different person, and obviously recovery is possible. But like you don't want to surround yourself with that, and obviously like we know that people in our life tried to help us when we were bad, not on moith, but like
right, it was never on moith.
You get to a certain point where you got to let someone go.
Yeah.
Try to figure it out on their own because that's the only way.
I think that could help that person down the road. So the next one is feeling dirty because an ex of 2 years gave me an STD. Again, like I said before, it's not the why, it's the what.
Right.
What he did was fucked up, and it's so hard. I mean, you've never experienced this?
I've never gotten an STD.
I've never gotten an STD, but I have friends that have, and it's not dirty. It's literally with someone that you trusted, and you were dating this person. Like, it's not gonna feel this way forever. But that's betrayal.
Did she say an ex of 2 years? So was he an ex for 2 years, then they rekindled, then gave her an STD?
Oh, I guess I don't know.
Because it's like, if that's the case, then that, I mean, adds up. Obviously, everyone needs to be doing their routine testing.
Yeah.
Doy. But, like, I sympathize with you. Like, there's many things that don't need to involve an STD that you do with another person that they can do or subconsciously do to make you feel dirty. You know, I've felt shamed or something after an experience with someone. It's just human.
Yeah. There's so many layers to it because it's like, first of all, it's so upsetting because it's like this person like put your sexual health in jeopardy, all for what? So like you didn't have to use a condom. Like it's just so messed up. Like that's another reason why I like don't really date like that, is literally because everyone scares me. It feels like nobody gets tested. They lie about being tested. They like just like don't use a condom like ever. I'm like, aren't you scared? Like this, it's crazy to me. So I'm like, everybody stay away from me. Like it's terrifying. So I get it. That's upsetting. You're better than him, and it's not going to feel this way forever.
Yeah. Get them antibiotics.
Mm.
And you know what that and you know what that makes me feel?
Yo.
That makes me feel gratitude.
God.
That she's getting on antibiotics. Not that she
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Grateful to be back.
Grateful to be back.
Grateful we had our break.
Too long.
Not long enough.
Right.
Honestly, could have flown with 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
It was so good. We needed it. I think this was a fabulous episode. I'm grateful for this episode. I'm grateful I'm with you. I'm grateful to be back, and I'm hoping the post-vacation depression lifts soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful I'm going to eat after this.
Thank God. Oh, I might order food. I'm so grateful to be back. I am so grateful for the book Iris Has Free Time. I've been really loving reading lately, but reading what I like. And I love reading about women that are alcoholics. If anybody has recommendations for silly little women well, no, it's not silly. For books about women that are alcoholics and finding their way, I can't get enough of them. I'm like skimming through them. They're so fun.
Send me some?
Yeah. But if anyone has a recommendation, please let me know. Iris Smiles wrote the book. Did I DM her? Yeah. Did I get a response? No, but that's cool. But I ordered her other book. I'm so excited. And I hate the people that are like, they're like reading snobs. They're like, oh, that's like way below your reading level. And it's like, I do it because I enjoy it.
Right.
Can I live? Good God. Anyways. So.
Wait, isn't that's what Girl on the Train is about? She's an alcoholic, right?
Yes.
Does she find her way?
I don't know. I didn't, I only saw the trailer.
I'm gonna watch the movie tonight. I think I want to do that. I
should get that book.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Or we should write our own.
Oh,
we should.
Yeah, it's the best. That's why I love Down the Drain. I loved
6 Feet Above is a great book title too.
It is.
The first half of the book can be one of us. The second half of the book, and it's just each in like autobiographies about how we found our way.
I'm down.
I'm down. Publishers and lingerie companies.
Yeah, please.
And anyone with money throw it.
At this point.
Well, guys, we love you, and we're happy to be back.
Love ya.
Love you.